Armed conflict continues to drive millions from their homes every year. Finding ways to prevent and resolve conflict through non-violent means is an essential part of IOM's work in reducing irregular migration and conflict-induced displacement. Peacebuilding programs work with communities and governments to address the drivers of armed conflict. Often disputes over land and property, access to resources, or cultural or political marginalization. These drivers are typically complex and are often rooted in historical grievances. Undertaking a conflict analysis, understanding in detail the distinct local context, is essential in developing peace-building programs. This analysis is the basis for developing a theory of change, describing a logical pathway and surfacing key assumptions, connecting the desired change with the actions required to enact that change. IOM has a broad range of tools to prevent violence, restore and sustain peace. In so doing, they address the contextual factors that drive displacement and outward migration. This includes community-based conflict management, PVE, strengthening community resilience to recruitment into violent extremist groups, and DDR, the sustainable reintegration of armed actors into communities. Collectively, these can play a key role in establishing the conditions to resolve conflict-induced displacement. IOM's disarmament, demobilization, and reintegration programming supports states to design and implement a realistic reintegration framework. This may include the use of the ICRS system. Our information counseling and referral service system is used to register former fighters and refer them to services such as health, social care, education, or training. We also work with communities to prepare them for returning former fighters, helping them re-establish family and social connections, and when appropriate, investing in projects that benefit receiving communities. Conflict management includes a wide range of interventions, from mediation training to community violence reduction. Community violence reduction programs are similar to community stabilization interventions, but specifically focus on working at a community level to reduce violence. In addressing the drivers of violence, CVR programs may involve conflict mediation, rebalancing resource disparities, establishing positive livelihood alternatives, or building community infrastructure. Participatory processes are central to CVR programs as they empower communities, build social cohesion, and address locally defined needs. In areas where non-state armed groups or violent extremist groups are operating or recruiting, IOM supports programs that address the structural and individual factors that drive people to join such groups. These factors are multifaceted and specific to local contexts. Influential individuals may help the recruitment process by glamorizing violent extremism. Those who feel marginalized are particularly susceptible to their messaging, and systemic poverty provides an economic incentive for individuals to pursue violent extremism.
Armed groups feed on discontent and will exploit any gaps in governance or policing.
IOM's peace-building programs work in concert with stabilization, disaster risk reduction, and development goals to reduce drivers of irregular migration and forced displacement.